2000 voice car says 6 different things. Sequence may vary, batteries not included. And it comes with a Michael Knight action figure.
Scanner indicates danger ahead.
Kids, save me! Hurry! This was Knight's lucky day.
The Knight 2000 voice car comes with a Michael Knight action figure from Kenner.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of my channel. And I actually was influenced by watching Michael Mercy's channel. And basically what he does is he recreated a little portion of Toys R Us. So he was going through his game room, and what I think that I enjoyed the most is how he picked out one piece of toy and he talked about his connection with the toy. For example, I think there was an episode with Power Masters Optimus Prime, and he was talking about how his mom, picked it out. I think that's what these things are, it's all about, is we look at, it's not just a toy, it's a memory associated in how our parents struggled to put food on the table, and how we, went to Toys R Us and, we used our imaginations. Now kids just go online and play, farm animals or whatever crap it is. But there's no imagination. There's none of that in this generation. Even the millennials, as lame as they are, they didn't have that. They were at the tail end of that, and they caught television and internet. But us Gen Xers, that's what we had. So anyway, this episode is kind of piggybacking off of watching his videos. He featured one of the things is his Knight Rider collection, and there was one piece that he said he didn't have, and ironically I have it. So I thought that I would talk a little about it and show it to everybody. If you like it, cool. If not, whatever. But it's the Knight 2000 voice car toy, and why this is sentimental to me is my cousins had it, and I think I talked about it in an earlier video. My cousins, Edison's here, they were basically my brothers. It was just us three while our parents worked, so we basically, fended for ourselves and played with each other's toys. But they had this toy. So when I was going through yard sales, I actually came across it, and without a doubt, I was like, I need to have this thing. And what was cool is when they came down to Florida to visit, they always do, everybody does a pit stop here before they go to Disney and see Mickey. But they saw the toy, and you could see this instantaneous smile, and I think it was well worth it. So anyway, this video is featuring that toy. And I just showed the commercial from back in 1984 that feed the Kenner line, the Kenner commercial for it, as well as a picture of the box, how it originally looked. So without further ado, let's look at the actual toy and go over it. Now, before I do that, not everything works. This is the best I could do. So use your imagination and other videos or so on and so forth. But here we go. The Knight 2000 is actually displayed on the shelf by itself. I think some of you have seen it in my earlier video sitting in the background, but without further ado, here it is. It is made by Kenner, and the doors open, and included is the Hoff himself, David Hasselhoff. So it's a perfectly sized, to fit in the cockpit of the car. Inside, you have the stickers and of course that ridiculous steering wheel. It's funny because I've seen videos where people actually get the car and they built a real 1981 through 83 Firebird Trans Am to look like Knight, and the people that actually put this in and use it to drive, they say it's one of the most terrible, uncomfortable things to use because it hits their knees, and it's just if you want to do that, there's plenty of websites to show you how to get a kit to turn your 1981 or 1983 Firebird formula into the kit car. I think it was featured in Benchwarmers where what was his name? Lovitz, I think he had one, and it was kind of ridiculous. But anyway, when the toy was functioning, you would push down the license plate and KITT would actually talk. And that's not working, unfortunately. The LED lights would have turned on with the scanner, but that's not working on this particular model. But you know what? The one thing is, I remember with my cousins, is the doors would break off, and a lot of them, the doors would just break off. So to have one with the stickers and the doors, you know, perfect. I mean, I'm happy with this. It's, again, just like what Michael Mercy said, it's a sentimental value, you know, thinking about my cousins as growing up. But this is the Kenner line, and now I think Earl made them later, but I really like this version of it. I mean, it's a very nice replication of the Pontiac Firebird / Trans Am, and you know, I think at the time the muscle car era had died, you know, and they were going into, you know, V6, and as loud and menacing as this car sounded, the horsepower was actually pretty tame, and they actually made a turbo version of this, and I'm talking about the real car, not the kit car itself. The real car that General Motors produced, they made a turbocharger one, which was terrible. I mean, the lag on it was horrendous, but I know this is a toy thing and not a car thing, but so you see the Hoff is showing off his denim. It's a little dirty, but again, it's on display. So I like the wheels on it. Underneath is where the battery is. There, it takes the C battery down there, and I like how so far the plastic has held up pretty good. And again, it's a great display piece. The black is nice and shiny, and it's eye-catching. As soon as people walk into the retro room, they're like, "Oh my gosh, Kit!" So it pops out pretty good. So anyway, that's my video for the Knight 2000 kit car toy made by Kenner, circa 1983-84. Thank you.